So we bought a pair of boots, and when it came from the store, they accidentally included a security tag, which was looped around the boots, something like this, on a long cable. And I was a little nervous about breaking this thing because it has ink inside. So I wrapped this in just a plastic bag that we had, and I used an angle grinder to cut through the wire because this wire is super tough. I tried cutting through it with some bolt cutters and it wouldn't cut. So hit it with the grinder, threw a few sparks around, and it cut it off no problem. And the ink didn't explode, which kind of surprised me a little bit, but now I just want to see what it's going to take to make this thing pop. So as you can see, it's got yellow and reddish colored ink in there. You can see the bubbles going back and forth. So there's definitely some ink in there, and I'm thinking that if you pull too hard on this cable, that will probably pop it loose. And we watched a couple videos, and it looks like if you have a super strong magnet here, it'll release it. And this is probably the same sort of mechanism that they put in the little pin things that they stick through, like shirts and things, and they have the back on them. So I'm thinking it's probably similar to that, but I want to see what happens whenever you pull too hard on this cable. So I'm going to wrap it in some plastic and give it a good yank and see what happens. So I'll try some vice grips. And clamp those on pretty tight. Here we go. Probably not going to be very dramatic, but you might hear a pop. Well, I heard a click. Yeah, look at that. The yellow is broken. Looks like you just broke the yellow, not the red. But, I bet, yeah, see there's some yellow on the bag. So if you tip it up, you get yellow spilling on your nice clothing. Which for a pair of rain boots, it probably wouldn't have mattered much, but let's see if I can get the red one to pop too. Apparently it just pushes against the glass vial to break it. Ah. Yeah, it's not doing anything. But we definitely got the yellow one spilling everywhere. You see the red one is still in there. I don't know, can you see the yellow is broken? Mm-hmm. It's like glass inside there. The red one didn't snap. Let's try this. See what it takes to break one of those. All right, so I got a screwdriver against the red one. I'm just gonna give it a tap. Yep, cracked. Broke the red one. See, there's some red on the end of the screwdriver. And if we tip this up, oh, look at that. There's some red ink spilling out. See that inside the bag? So apparently those are just some little glass. You can see, here's one hanging out. Little bits of glass, very thin glass. And when you pull too hard on this shaft right here, then it pulls this mechanism inside there against it and breaks the glass. And then it just leaks out the back in these openings. And there's a couple openings in the front as well, so you can get some ink dumping on. So it's not like a dramatic explosion and ink flying everywhere, which is sort of what I was envisioning. It's really just you break the glass vials and the ink spills. So I thought that was kind of cool. I haven't ever popped one of these before, so I thought it was kind of interesting. And the angle grinder cut it, no problem. And again, seems a little useless on these. I guess the ink might stain the rubber, not sure. But anyway, they were legitimately purchased. They just forgot to take the tag off when we left the store. So there we go, little experiment. Thanks.